Hey, everybody, welcome into GoBlueRaiders.tv and into the Ascend Federal Credit Union studio. Chip Walters here along with women's basketball coach Rick Insell. And as we sit back and have a little cup of Just Love coffee, Coach, it's time to get a good time to look back at what the season that was and where that puts us on a path for 2012-13. But all in all, you seem like a pretty tickled coach at the end of the year.
Well, we got everybody coming back. We lost Molly, and of course, Molly didn't give us a lot of playing time, but she gave us an extremely amount of leadership in the dressing room and on road trips. And when she did get a chance to play, she did what she does. She brings that excitement. But you look at who all we got coming back. I've got reasons to be excited, and I'm sure our fans have too, because just watching them come in and out of our office, and that's all we're really able to do right now. And I can tell they've gotten stronger. I even think one or two of them may have grown a little bit. And then as you go in and out of Murphy Center, you hear balls bouncing all the time. If you'll look, you'll see some of the girls shooting. So even though October's a long time down the road, our kids are back in the gym, and they know that we got a chance to have a really good season this year.
Well, head coach worries about a lot of things and all the time, but you're in a fortunate position that as we wrap up the school year, grades typically is not something you have to worry about with your group.
Well, right now what we're really pushing is our GPA. We're thinking that we're going to be over 3, and that would be exciting. We've got they're here to get an education first, Chip. That's the bottom line. And, we've got some good student athletes, and I'm proud of them, what they do off the floor, what they do in the community, and I'm very proud of what they do in the classroom. And you're right. We really don't have to worry a lot about, somebody failing a class. And generally speaking, our kids they're excited, just about as excited about going into their classes and doing their schoolwork as they are about basketball.
Well, speaking of that, and speaking to that, I wanted to get your comment. Ebony Rowe, who is so good on the floor, we all know that. At last week's Raiders' Choice Awards, won the True Blue President's Award, which takes into account not only what you do on the floor, but obviously a big part of it is what you do in the classroom as well as community service. And for her to win the female award, matter of fact, both winners were sophomores, which makes a statement as well. And she has a 3.75 in physics. I want to get your comment on how well deserved that was.
Remarkable young lady, remarkable.
And she's one of those that looks like she's grown.
Yeah, she does, and and you can tell that she's gotten stronger. But Ebony has her priorities where they should be. She's got a great family, and she's got her head on straight. She knows what she wants to do with her life outside of basketball, and she's using basketball as that vehicle to do that. And then, like you said, it was in physics. I mean, I'm telling you, I don't think the physics classes will be looking for any of the Insells, I can tell you that. But, and really she stresses. If she stresses over anything, it's her classwork. I mean, she's such a perfectionist that she feels like that she needs an A, just like that she feels like she needs to get a double-double every night. And, that's part of what's going to make her successful. No ifs, ands, and buts about it.
I know her mom and dad were there Thursday night. They had to be awfully proud.
Oh, Nick and Tyra, they're just they go on most of our road games. They're there, and I called Nick the other night and told him, I said, you might want to come down Thursday, and he said, what for? And I said, you just might want to be there, and you might see something special. And after it was over with, he was just ecstatic. And but we had a lot of our parents there. I mean, we had several there.
Well, and I think that'll grow too. That part of it.
It was a great night. For our university. Great night for our athletic programs. You and Whit and all the people that were responsible for putting that thing together, and it was just it was a good night for Middle Tennessee.
Let's kind of put in perspective, as you look at because everything you do is part of building the program. It is one more block. This year, regular season championship, you had the huge winning streak, another trip to the NCAA. Tell me how that takes us to one more level where you want to go.
Well, I think more than anything, we were disappointed. We had two disappointments at the end of the year. First, we lost the conference tournament, and we lost it in overtime. And so, our kids felt like we should have won that game. I felt like that, but we didn't. And we still got into the NCAA tournament.
You can still say no one in the league beat you in regulation.
Well, you're right. But, and then we get in the tournament, Chip, and, we felt like, we were as good as Vanderbilt, and we tied it up in the second half and then made a couple of errors, mistakes on passing the basketball that gave them some easy baskets and then gave them the momentum. And so, and we've talked about that, and we're still talking about it, and even when the girls come in. So we kind of got a little something to prove, and that's get back into that NCAA tournament and take this thing into the Elite Eight with a chance to get into the Final Four. And that's one of our goals, and it's been one of our goals for the last 4 or 5 years, and we've been knocking on the door, and there's no more disappointed than our coaching staff and our players. And, that we'll set out this year with that same goal in mind. Mm-hmm. But you look at our team, I mean, we may not even be the same team that even though we got all the starters back, we're looking at moving ice out on the perimeter. And if we do that, you could look at Stephanie maybe going inside, and she's 6'6", but then we've also got a new...
I've seen her in the gym as much or more than anybody.
Oh, yeah. And then we got a new recruit, and she's signed, but we haven't had anything in the paper yet, but we recruited a young lady out of junior college that's about 6'7". And so we're going to have a lot more size. Kaya Williams out of Mount Juliet, which we can talk about, is coming in. She's much like an Ebony Rowe type player. It gives us some more depth. And then Mackenzie Sales will be back on campus, and that'll give us some more depth at the perimeter. And then I think, just in the early workouts, Lakin Leonard has come along great. So, I know I jumped the gun on you a little bit.
Well, I understand it, but the young lady out of junior college, we can't say a whole lot, but it is safe to say she will give you an inside presence.
Her and Stephanie will give us something that we haven't had in the past, which is a lot of size. I mean, they can disrupt a game, and that's what Vanderbilt did with their big kid.
Right.
She was able to, we were 8 of 38 from her post position. And it's not their fault, but inside we did not finish in that game like we have been, and it was because of their strength and their size. And so we've got to have some of that, and that's what we're looking for.
All right. So you put a few little nuggets out there about the new players coming into the program. Let's talk schedule, because you guys, it's kind of an anytime, any place, anywhere. What lies ahead for us this fall?
We go to Kentucky. We go to Tennessee.
The Kentucky thing is becoming a great series.
And, and then we've got Xavier coming into Murphy Center. We go back to South Dakota State next year. And then, we've got 2 or 3 other things that's kind of perking. A lot of it was dictated to us because of our change in schedules in the conference. Because
From 16 to 20 games.
We got 20 games. We're still going to play Austin Peay. We're still going to play Tennessee Tech. We have to go to South Florida this year. That's a payback game from a couple of years ago. So we've again got a schedule. I think we've got right now maybe 14 or 15 home games, and we're in the WNIT, the early preseason, and so we don't know who will be playing there. We've got 2 home games. Probably Memphis will be coming in, maybe. One of those games, and then who knows who will be coming in the second game. But we've got 2 home games in that tournament. So, it's something where right from the get-go we've got to go out and be ready, and we can start pacing ourselves and getting ourselves in position again to get in that large bid, and also in a position to get a better seed in the tournament. And so that's the type of schedule we've got.
The Sun Belt will, the face of the Sun Belt changing a little bit as we speak. The membership changes, and who knows what's going to happen with that over the next couple of weeks. But also in women's basketball, there's some new coaches coming in the league.
Well, I think at one time we had five programs that didn't have a coach. And so we do. We'll have some new faces and new strategies that's going on all through the conference. And, who knows what's going to happen in the conference alignment. they pay me here at Middle Tennessee to graduate players and to win basketball games. And wherever Chris and Dr. McPhee send us, that's where we're headed, you know. But, I'm excited about this group. I'll just tell you, and I think our fans need to get excited about this. Is one of these special groups that if they work hard in the weight room and they work hard in the off season, that it could be real special this coming fall.
I know that you will have certain periods where you will be recruiting, you and your staff, very heavily this fall or this summer, but I also know that you might have a chance to hit that little white pill, and wish you the best of luck straight and about 250 down the middle.
Well, I haven't been on the golf course as of yet this year. But you can bet when I break it out.
Well, when you can walk out your back door and be there, that's not a bad deal.
But I'm headed to the racetrack.
So you're going to be at the Derby. Oh, would you like to pass out any handicapping information here today?
Well, you can bet I'm going to be doing a lot of handicapping. But Bodemeister, I like him, and then Gemologist, I like him, and there's 2 or 3 other horses that I really like, but. I enjoy. That's what I enjoy doing. I enjoy
your hobby is horses, and always has been.
And the celebration. I'll be in horse shows all summer. When I come back in, I enjoy going out on Friday and Saturday nights, and you'll be, doing
every
some
once
of
in a
those.
while.
And so, it's that's just part of what I do, and that's part of what I am. But the biggest part of what I am is right here on this chest, and that's the Blue Raiders.
That's exactly right. Well, good luck this summer, and we'll be talking soon.
Thank you, Chip.
All right, Coach Rick Insell joins us today, and glad you could be with us for the drill here on GoBlueRaiders.tv. Go Blue.
Go Blue.
That's right.